Hi, first grade. We are starting a new unit on maps and geography. And today we're going to talk a lot about maps. I found a really awesome book about maps that I want to read to you today. It's called Maps, What You Need to Know. So we're going to go through this book and learn a lot about maps. Are you ready? Introduction to Maps. Where are you right now? Where do you want to go next? A map can help you get there. A map is a drawing of what an area looks like from above. Maps use lines, colors, and pictures to tell you about a place. You probably noticed this right here, this cell phone with a map on it. How many of you have parents that use a map on their phone when they're driving? I do this all the time. I pull up when I'm going to a place I've never been. I type in the address and I pull up the map and it tells me exactly how to get there. It's very handy, better than having a piece of paper in the car that I'm holding up. Now, it talked about maps showing things from above, and that's called a bird's eye view. And if you think about it, we see everything as we walk around, walk down the street, we see everything from the side. But think about what a bird might notice as he's flying above. When he's flying above everything, he doesn't see the houses like we see them. He sees the roof and the shape of the house from the top. Kind of like with these cars. This is the side view of the car. That's what we normally see. This is what a bird might see of the car, looking down on it. On maps, it's very similar. A lot of things are drawn looking down on them. There are a lot of types of maps. You couldn't use a map of the whole earth to find your way to school. To get where you need to go, you have to have the right map. Some maps show the whole world, like this one here. This is a whole world map. Or even they might just show an entire country. But what if you want to find the local hospital? For that, you're going to need a map of your city or town like this one. Here's some examples of maps. This is a political map. They show countries and sometimes continents. Sometimes they show counties, like it might show in Colorado all the counties. Road maps show us roads in different cities. They're helpful in trying to get places. Historical maps show us what places looked like a long time ago. Then there's also sea charts and star charts. So they even have a map of the stars. Maps are useful for lots of different things. Parts of a map. Now, this is super important. Maps use colors and symbols to give information. A map's key tell you what its colors and symbols mean. On most maps, blue is for water. We always tell students when we're in first grade and we're coloring maps, we say, don't use blue for anything except water. Some people might mistake it for a lake if you use it on the land. So blue is for water. Let's take a peek. This is the key down here. And it says that little squiggly blue line is a river. Oh, okay. So I see 1, 2, 3 rivers on this map of Germany. Black dot is a city. Oh, okay. So I see lots of cities. I see Munich. I see Frankfurt. I see Bremen. But this one is a star. I wonder why. Let me look at the key. Oh, a star means it's a capital city. So Berlin must be the capital of Germany. That key is really handy. It helped me read a lot of information. Most maps have compass roses. This right here is the compass rose. Compass rose is a circle with arrows that split into 4 equal parts. The arrows point in the directions north, east, south, and west. So let's take a peek at this map over here. Well, first of all, I noticed it's got a really big key. It's telling us all the different kinds of animals, where the bathroom is, where the entrance is. This map is really helpful. How many people have been to the Denver Zoo and you've read one of the maps there? They're super helpful. We usually get one when we go. But I see that this compass rose is telling us that the top of the map is north, the side is east, the bottom is south, and this side is west. I have a fancy way of remembering that. I say, never eat soggy waffles. That helps me remember N-E-S W, and I think I'm in a mirror, so I'm pointing the wrong way. But never eat soggy waffles is how I remember north, east, south, and west. Right here, there's a little challenge for us. It says, you are at the zoo by the lions and you want to see the monkeys. Should you go north, east, south, or west? Ooh, let's find the lions. Can you find the lions on that map? Oh, I see them right here. Yeah. And I want to go to the monkey. Let me see if I can find the monkey. Oh, yeah, there it is right up here. Okay, so now what direction am I going to travel to go to see the monkey? Let's look at our compass rose. If I'm going up, what direction is it? North. Yeah, I have to travel north to go visit the monkeys. Let's practice a different one. Let's say I'm with the camels over here. I'm looking at the camels and I want to head over to the cheetahs. What direction am I going to head over to the cheetahs? Let's see. I'm over by the camels and I'm heading this way. Oh, east. I'm going to go east to head to the cheetahs. Yeah, perfect. Good job. Here's some different compass roses. Some of them are super fancy. Some of them have the northeast, south, and west, but then they also have northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. And then some of them are really simple. It just says N with an arrow up, and that tells us north is up. On most maps, north is going to be at the top of the map, but it's nice to have them tell you with a compass rose. Scale. Maps are smaller than the places they show. The map scale tells you how much smaller the map is than real life. Okay, so this is a map of Australia. Do you think they could fit all of Australia in the map? No way. So they shrink it up and put it in there, but they make it what they call to scale, so that if 1 inch on the map is 500 miles in Australia, you could figure out the distance between places. For example, if this 1 inch is 500 miles, then from Alice Springs to Mackay is probably about 500, probably about 1,000 miles altogether. That's a long way, but on the map, it looks pretty close together. I'm going to finish reading about grids. Some maps have grids to help you find a place. Grids are evenly spaced lines that run up and down and side to side. We're going to learn a little bit more about grids next week, and it's going to be really fun. You're going to enjoy it. Globes. Most maps are flat. It makes them easy to fold up and carry. A big old globe would be hard to carry around, but the world is shaped in a sphere like a ball. To make a world map flat, the countries have to be stretched out and flattened, and it's not really true to form, but a globe is a map that shows Earth's round shape, and it gives us a more true picture of the Earth. A globe has special lines. Those lines run up and down are called longitude. So if you take a peek, this line here, these are longitude lines. And then there's ones that run sideways. They're called latitude. So these sideways lines are the latitude lines. And it helps people describe where a place on the map is located. Then there's one big line right around the very middle, the widest part here, and it's called the equator. The equator separates the northern hemisphere from the southern hemisphere. That's what the equator is, and it's nice and warm around the equator, all the way around the globe. It's warmest at the equator. Now, the point at the top of the globe is the North Pole. North is up. And the point at the bottom of the globe is the South Pole, because south is down. Good job. Maps can help you find your way on land, at sea, or even in space. So grab a map and explore. Earth has 4 oceans. Actually, they have 5, and I'm going to show them all to you. They are the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, And the Pacific goes over here too, because if you took this paper and curled it into a circle, the Pacific Ocean would go on both sides. And then there's the Arctic, that's the cold ocean up at the top. This is the Indian Ocean, and it's the warmest ocean. And then the fifth ocean is right down here. It's called the Southern Ocean. Yeah. Okay, now it's time to test your memory. Let's see how much you learned about about maps. Next, Miss Kay is going to teach you on next week about the 7 continents and the 5 oceans. So you can look forward to that. But in order to test your memory about maps, let's click into the Pear Deck link. That's your next activity, and you're going to get to fill in a compass rose, and you're going to get to drag things to the North Pole and the South Pole, and you're going to get to do some drawing for directions. Okay, so good luck.